YouTube, Twitter, Fancy Princess, SoundCloud, SoundClick. It's your boy Tone 202. And yeah, I'm gonna do another video and just talking about how they're probably gonna get rid of Colin Kaepernick. Okay, uh, for one, he has a okay. So what the NFL is doing is they're banning certain drugs or vitamins or supplements, that give you the competitive edge. Okay, cool. And they said they're doing it because of injuries. Now, I forgot what this drug is or what he's using. It's a supplement, but basically what it did was it allowed him to to add muscle mass basically without even going to the gym. I mean, and the thing about it is whatever this HGH, I don't know, whatever this is, the supplement is, there's two of them. He, see, they should have banned this a long time ago, but they didn't. They knew about this. See, it's on the banning list, but it's not actually banned. Here's my issue with it. Here's my issue with it. If you already knew it was on the list, and you already have this big deal about concussions, because of, the players getting hit. Peyton Manning, I think he had a couple of it. If you already got issues with that, why didn't you get rid of it a long time ago? See, you can be the poster boy for standing up for civil rights. You can be the poster boy for getting banned for this particular drug. You see what I'm saying? It can go either way they want it to go. And, and right now, Colin, he is a poster boy for jeez, he's a poster boy for both of them. And I think they're going to use that to, to eventually to get rid of him because they said he's losing muscle mass and all this, on this, so forth. I don't know how much he's guaranteed, but I know his contract is $61 million. I know this year is $11.9 million. So I've stated this before. I think they're just going to try to toss him to the side to another team, and eventually they'll filter him out of the system. I don't know if I'm getting dead back here. I don't know what the deuce is going on. But so to me, like I said, it's all a game within the game. The NFL is, it's just like the NBA. It's fixed, and so I just want you guys to pay attention to that and look at how they do some of these players when they really want to get rid of them, especially when you start going up against the financial system and when you don't stand for the American flag, or not the American flag, when you don't stand for the national anthem, you make yourself a target and you get all this publicity, and they're like, okay, the NFL is like, hey, we believe in, what is it, the First Amendment? You can stand up, you can either stand up for the flag or sit down for the flag, but when people stop wanting to see you, when you're no longer a major ticket draw, we gotta get rid of you. That's just the way it is. So that's just my thoughts on it. I don't think he was wrong, and I don't think all of a sudden everybody who's against what the anthem it stands for should start sitting down. But I don't suggest everybody stand up. I think it's a preference. I can't tell one, hey, you should do this. But the national anthem is racist. It talked about killing any free slave that was trying to flee to England. I've said this before. So it's kind of your choice. I mean, if you felt your ancestors were being slaughtered by the, back in those times, then you're just not going to be amped to stand up and put your hand over your heart and say, I pledge allegiance to a flag that's been murdering, your ancestors and murdering you now. It is what it is. All right. So, I just don't want to be in a position where I have to make that choice, because truthfully, I could care less about the national anthem as a song. Do I care about America? Of course, I live here. Been living here all my life. I've been to 5 different countries. And truthfully, people are like, well, this is the greatest country. I'm like, depends on who you are. I've been to Germany. I lived there for 2 years and was never called the N-word. Never even heard it. Not one person. Not one. Not one German opened their mouth and called me the N-word. And if you say, well, how do you know if they said it? They could have said it in their language. For one, I started learning German. For two, if they said it like white people do over here, they'd be in your face and saying it like, to cause some type of trouble. So if they said it in their language and they wasn't looking for trouble, hey, that's on them. They didn't direct it towards me. But I've never, ever, ever been called a racial slur when I was in Germany. Uh, when I was in France, I wasn't in France long. When I went to England, I wasn't in England long, but I lived in Germany. I've been to Canada and I've been to Spain. So, I don't know, take that for what it's worth. As soon as you touch down in America, you already know that there's a bunch of racism, but you go over there to Germany, the only person that might say it is somebody who came from America and brought that disease over there. Other than that, the Germans could care less. They don't talk to you unless you talk to them. And they'll stand right next to you, bumping into you. They don't care, you know. They'll V for or to you and you speak English back to them. They can speak English. It's their second language. They all know English. I rolled up on some people like, in Schulligan it's been V for is the concern. And they were like, it's down the street and make a left. You know what I mean? So there's that. It's your boy Tone 202. Peace.